Hello, I'm TU28 and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the amplified world type and specifically how it relates to Minecraft Xbox and Minecraft PlayStation. Because the really interesting thing about this feature, and especially compared to any other, is any other PC feature you can look at and you can say, oh yeah, that'll come to console, we just don't know exactly when. However, one of the features that has been drawn into doubt is the amplified world type, because when you load it up on the PC, it does specifically state you need a beefy PC to run this, and when you compare that to a 360 or a PS3, which are from 2005 and 2006 respectively, you might think, ooh, that's kind of questionable. So basically, in today's video, I'm going to be seeing if it runs by using live tests rather than just theory, because as you can see right here, I do have myself an amplified biome. So please do like it if you do like it. I will explain exactly how this works in the video. It helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like it when you like video though. So let's get straight into it by quickly explaining what's going on here. How do I have this whole thing? So if you don't know, there is technically a way you can download maps to 360. It's a little complex, but if you are someone who can do that, I'll leave a link in the description to download this map. But anyway, if you're not willing to, or you just don't know how to, basically this will be a feature that will come in the next update, because this is actually the Savannah M biome. So basically this is the Savannah biome. I'm sure you've seen my feature preview, but basically it's a cool biome with acacia trees, but this is the version of that biome that comes pre-amplified basically and hits the height limit very regularly. So I'm using this biome for the testing because this is basically an amplified type biome, and I can use it in isolation to do some tests as to whether the 360 can run it, because the big doubt on amplified coming is that the 360 and the PS3, they have RAM limitations, and the two big things about the PC amplified is it takes the world a lot longer to load and it causes some RAM issues, and obviously on the 360 they want to make sure the game always runs at 60 FPS 720p, and we'll see if it can actually hold that up in this biome by stress testing a bit, because obviously we're standing in here just fine at 60 FPS, but what if we try and add a bit more stress? So as you can see, I made a lot of waterfall from a bunch of places that especially this high up, that starts to create some real issues. I've seen that in my sugarcane farm, in my Let's Play world. But just for good measure, let's add one more, because you can see it flow, and the computation it takes does actually take a little bit of RAM usage. But to add on top of that, one of the biggest users of RAM on the console is actually the mobs, because there's a mob limit in place to deliberately stop that. So we'll actually go all the way up to the mob limit on top of having this world, which is very, very close to the height limit. Right now, we're only at 156, but it actually goes all the way up to the height limit. So like here, let's just spawn in a bunch of mobs just to test our point right there. And as soon as that goes off the screen, let's just put the mob mix away. And as you can see, now we've got 50 or so sheep, we've got the water flowing, and we've got the world up here. So, in theory, oh wow, I saw a tiny bit of a frame drop there. But besides that, okay, wait, let's see if we can get that again. Yeah, in theory, if this can run just fine and it's not constantly dropping, then it would mean that, the game is actually, entirely fit to run with an amplified world. Because the consoles, the big thing about the PC is they use a different type of world type for the consoles right now, which means that in theory, they might be able to cope better with amplified or worse. But as you can see right here, the 60 FPS, even on a 360, even with all these extra stress factors in play, it's actually running just fine. I saw that one frame drop earlier, but besides that, I'm seeing everything is working just fine. So that is really interesting. The video will be rendered in 60 FPS, so you can check yourself. But as you can see, from my very basic testing, obviously there's a lot more you can do. You can see that the 360 is perfectly capable of running an amplified world, even once you account for all these extra things. So that is very cool by itself, and to me that kind of signifies that even if it takes a little bit of work to make sure it runs in every situation, the 360 can run it. So one thing I didn't test is item frames, because they make a current world run below 60, but I figure anything that a current world can take, it looks like the amplified world can take too, or at least the amplified biome. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And that means that to me, even if it takes a little bit of work, the amplified biome, the amplified world type has no real excuse not to come to the 360. I mean, the RAM limitation is one thing, and the second limitation could just be bypassed. The world load time could just be bypassed by saying, okay then guys, if you're willing to wait double as long, you can get this really cool biome. And hopefully the next update, the update that changes the world, a lot of what they're focusing on is making this happen, because having new biomes without the amplified at the same time would be kind of disappointing. I'm really looking forward to seeing both, and I think there's a decent chance that we will based on this. So yeah, I hope you... Oh, also one more point actually that it just kind of relates to this, is one reason that we might not have seen it so far, especially on this last update, is because of the fact that they're trying, because like 85% of players still play on the 360 and the PS3, to make sure all features that possibly can go on both, and that's just another reason to try and do this. So yeah, I hope you did enjoy the video. Please do like it if you did like it, share if you really liked it, and before I actually finish, you might be wondering about all these acacia trees everywhere. So these are in the game code right now, and this entire biome is in the game code, which hints that maybe it's a lot easier to come in the future, because the big parts are already there. But one thing that's really interesting is the Savannah, Acacia blocks aren't entirely working, because if you break them in survival, they still have the ID of an oak wood, which means you just get an oak wood, and even if you get the block in creative of the, the Acacia wood, this wood right here, it still won't convert to plank. So there's still a little bit of crafting work that needs to be on with it, but most of the work, like making the blocks, actually getting them in the game, getting them all texture packs, has been done already. So just something interesting I thought I would share. As you can see right here, a lot of the, I chopped down a lot of trees, so there's just the wood left. Yeah, this is a Savannah M biome. It's pre-amplified, so even if we don't get amplified, you still get this, but hopefully the rest of the biomes can be amplified too. But yeah, share the video if you really liked it. It helps get the channel out there, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.